Hey David, good to see you. Gonna try out a, for some reason my gain is way down. I think I might have bumped it. Looks like all my properties are set correctly. Oh, that's okay. I was also trying to figure out like where my microphone volume was, because it was a little bit less than I was expecting. Test, test. Turning up the gain, but not really getting much. There we go. That's a little too much. There we go. Windows had my microphone like way down, so I'm trying to figure out where it should be. Okay, I think that's where it should be. Yeah. Okay. Turn that down a little bit. Okay, let me get comfy. There we go. So, opened up my lightsaber book and came across Darth Atrius Lightsaber, and I wasn't familiar with Darth Atrius, but apparently old time Sith, and he's and a couple of his lightsabers popped up in Star Wars Annual comic, and they have cross guards on them. So I thought, well, since we did Stellan Gios and that had a cross guard, you know, maybe I could do you know, this set here and see how that goes. So I think I might start with the top one. It's got a couple interesting parts to it, and the emitter's kind of cool. This one's cool too, and the angles and stuff. But it's all of them have this like angled out slice of cylinder for the different materials and stuff. So that's kind of cool. And then this one's got like a weird looking D-ring thing, so we'll probably model that out too. Let's see. I wanted to face this way, with the end going that way. There we go. So I think I might size these just according to like what our minimum grip size should, or grip girth should be. See what the length comes out to, and if it looks good, then we'll just go with it. There's not a lot of good reference on how big these should be since they only appear in a comic. So I'm not going to be real particular about how this is as far as scale. So I just want to pick a scale that is that makes sense. So I'm going to go to the smaller part of the cylinder here, and I know that's got to be at least I think it needs to be like 36 about yay-ish big. Let's see what happens when we go 40 on that, because I know that's plenty big. So then if we go end to end on that comes out to 400. That's a bit long. If we don't include the emitter shroud part and just go there to pommel, that's about 14 inches, I think. Yeah, just about 14 inches. So that might be that might be a little bit big. What happens if we take that down to 12? Then what happens to our girth? 34. I'm trying to remember if 34 was big enough for the connectors and stuff. I mean, I have a couple different sizes of adapter, but you know. All right, so I think, let's see. There it is. So that's the standard connector. 33.6. So 34 millimeters would be just a little too small. We need to be at like, to get around this. You know what? Let's go ahead and figure out our minimum. Because if I go to here, then there's that, right? And then if I make an offset of at least 1 millimeter, then that makes that about 35.5. So 36. So if we say 36 millimeters for most of those parts, then yeah. All right, so if I go to calibrate, go back in here, go 36 instead of 34. Let's see how much that affected our total length. And that pommel looks like extra long anyways. So that comes out to, so that's about 12.5. It did not specify what species Darth Atrius was. A male Sith Lord who lived during the time when the Sith were plentiful and powerful. He wielded 2 crossguard lightsabers. So that's pretty much all we know about him. It was just that his lightsabers like played a part in a comic book where they were found and then destroyed. So they didn't last long. But it is canonical. It's a canon character, but we don't really know anything else about him. There's another, I mean, probably. I have another reference that shows the sabers being held in Darth Vader's hand. And so just kind of counting like across the palm there, which we can estimate to be about 4 inches, then this thing like overall looks like it'd be about 14 to 16 inches long, even with perspective, like just kind of guessing at it. So but that is this one up here. And that comes out to just over 13 on this one. And then this would be a little bit longer than that. So that kind of feels like a good length on these. I think that'd be a close approximation. Yeah, who knows? Maybe he was like a power lifter Sith or something. This reference is going to come in handy for this part here, though, since it doesn't really show in the main image. This one, like, it looks a little bit different in this view here. I think that this shape here is like a bevel cut on the pommel end, so it's like cylindrical, and then it has like a angled cut out of it to make that oval shape. And that would kind of match what's going on here, because you can just from the side you can see this angle that goes down and follows it. So that feels like it would make sense. The pommel end on the comic book version looks very different from the CG version, unless that's just how it looks from the top, and this is what it looks like from the side. Though that looks like some kind of bone or something. Oh, I just realized I was over here. The pommel end on this looks really different. This looks like some kind of natural material, organic, and it's got that slant cut in it, whereas this looks like just a bullet point. Doesn't really look like that. The other reference I've got, again, looks at this one. And the pommel end, again, looks more tooth-like and less bullet point-like. So I guess the comic, we would say, is more accurate, I suppose. Yeah, there it is again. Looks like a tooth on the end of it. Yeah, there we go. Gotta remember, I gotta put it like over here. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, so it's like a tooth, and then it's got that couple of linked rings in it. Yeah. Okay, yeah, we'll worry about that in a little bit. This gives me some interesting context on what's going on with that piece there, because in the top view it doesn't really have that, so it almost looks like they left out some details on this saber in their 3D rendition of it. All right, I'm gonna get this lined up. That looks pretty close. Yep, that looks good. Yeah, the comic view on that piece looks really good, so we'll definitely add that in when we get to that part, for sure. Gives us a good view of some of this stuff that's going on there too. Though this does a pretty good job of showing us that part. So anyway, let's go ahead and start our first sketch. I'm definitely going to start with the sleeve section. I want to get that laid out. I think what I'm going to do is lay out the basic shape of this, and then we're going to make some slices through this and offset the faces. I think that's going to be the quickest way to do it. So let's get ourselves a guideline here. I'm gonna, let's see, switch section should probably go from like here to here, and then emitter is just everything underneath this, and that would make sleeve from here to here. Go 18. Oh, I think it's rotated off center because that doesn't line up there. Hang on. Nope, that's not where I was trying to go. Just trying to get this. There we go. That looks more centered. See, that's what I thought. I knew that was going to be taller. Stay with the silver. Turn that up a little bit. There we go. Much better. Oh, it kind of like, from down here you can see better that it like angles down. And these are rounded. Yeah, so not like that at all. Because there should be it's supposed to go kind of like this, and then have two taller bits. Like that, except we need this to be rounded. So we can do that a couple different ways, but I'm thinking we'll go to fillet this side and this side and pull those down. There we go. And then I'm going to copy this over. There we go. And then bump that down a little bit. Like that. Kind of feels right. Yeah, I think that works. There we go. Okay, so now figuring out the angle of these, I'm thinking I want plane at an angle. Oh, but I need a line to follow. So Yeah, I guess if I pick tangent to face. No. Just tangent. Tangent, but then, or no, that's not what I want either. I want through an edge, axis, or line. I guess I need it through this. Because basically I need a line up and down so that I can get that way. So maybe if I do that, can I make an offset? Oh, it's gonna go like that way. Damn it. I know how to do this. I'm just being weird. Maybe mid-plane? Okay. But can I make... Nope. Okay. Oh. Why am I making construction? I can just go like this and make it... Damn it. There we go. Because basically I just need some lines going this way. That's all it needs to be. So we need a line that starts here. And we're going to see what it's like for 45 degrees that way. Oh, that's not what I wanted. This point is supposed to be out there. There we go. So that means this would... Alright, come on. That's not what I wanted either. Move this down. What in the heck? Okay, I guess I did want that. 20 millimeters down. And then I just need to extend that. Parallel this to this. Okay, so that's going to be too much of an angle because it needs to stop. Like the way the shape looks, it should stop like here-ish, I guess. Guess it would be helpful if I laid that out. Because I want this. All right, so what happens if we go 120, not quite there. 125 is pretty close. Now I just got to figure out the spacing on these guys. Okay. Let's go 14 again, maybe. Nope, wider than that. That's like another maybe 2. One more. Okay, and then let's see if 14 does us. It was very close to the edge. Let's go 16. See where that vertex is. Okay. A little bit too far. I thought it was closer. Yeah, that looks close enough. All right. So now I can split this body by that line. And then do that again. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty close. So now I should be able to take press pull, grab this, pull it down, and or no, I did that backwards. This one's supposed to come down. Like that. Which means this one's supposed to come down, but I need to split it one more time right there. I can do that with an offset face. It's close enough. Now I should be able to, well, you know what? If I assume that this shape is on both sides, I could cut all the way through that too. Like draw, cut through, and then just pull this face in, and it would miss that part right there. That might look better. If I assume it to be symmetrical, but I'm not 100% sure it's symmetrical. We don't have a lot of references for this design, but oh no, I guess it wouldn't be symmetrical because the other side of this is different from the way the angle is. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking there. So I'm gonna have to press pull this down. And something's going on with this here. Maybe that's just like a groove as opposed to like actually height difference, because it doesn't look like much of a difference. So maybe that's just like a groove that follows around. So So just for this edge and this edge, we're gonna fill it. That way. And that way. So then when you get a front-on view, it looks like it's got a groove in there. I think that got a little bit too far out, so I'll just reduce it. There we go. That looks a lot better. Just gives a little bit of a seam there. I think that's good enough. And then I'll need to make a sketch this way of just this piece here. We'll go center rectangle. Come on, grab the corner. Set to rectangles are so weird about the arc thing. So you know what, we're gonna cheat. Gonna do a 2-point circle just on the end here, and then just move this whole thing so it looks good, and then we'll just draw a new line right on top of this. So that way we just get that closed shape there. Create an emboss of these shapes on that face. When you want to go out 1. There we go. And then I can just recombine all those pieces. Cool. That knocks out the sleeve. I wonder if I can, trying to figure out if I can emboss this or if I'm going to need to make like a shape that cuts in and then just repeat that, you know, do a circle pattern around it and then use the combine tool. We'll have to see. This part, it's hard to say because it's like not centered, so that's kind of a weird part. I don't know what's on the other side of that. Do we guess at it, or because that's not really what it looks like in this here. Like, yeah, this has got like something that goes around it there. And then it's got grooves that follow on either side, but doesn't have that weird like stop and little screw holes thing. Maybe I should ignore that. Just do the grooves. And then you know, focus on the beveled switch part that actually looks correct. Oh no, there it is. Okay. So it is there. It's just a little bit more off to the side than I thought it was. It doesn't really show us anything other than that. Let's see what this one... if there's any other... I don't think so. Nope. It's all covered up otherwise. So yeah, so that does exist. It's just at an angle, and this part just doesn't have the beveling around the activation switch. So just lay out the basics, I guess, and go from there. Gonna go 22 on that, and let's add a constraint here to here. Bring that. Guess I added it the wrong way. Constraint here to here. Still bumped it up. Okay. You know what? That's fine. We'll just take this. We'll just move it down. All right, thanks for dropping in, man. I feel like I need a separation on these points so that I can pull that face in and then make those shapes that go around it. Which means probably need those edges too. Like that. It looks like they might be filleted, maybe. Let's get rid of that because I think it's supposed to be just a little bit lower. Like that. Yeah. Okay, let's see how that goes. If I revolve every other piece, then, hey, what the heck, man? Didn't quite connect. There we go. Get these. Make those all new bodies. Press pull this in. This one too. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are visible. So it's probably, well, but that's like a whole one there, isn't it? So might be 12 of them. 10 or 12. It's either 10 or 12. So the I think I'm gonna try something. Maybe if I make one rectangle that can like extrude. Just knock out the middle. Okay. So if I grab that and I say from this object, crap, okay. Will emboss work? Okay, technically does. Kind of leaves a weird gap there. I need... Oh, I know what I need to do. Okay. I think I know how I can do this. So if I split the body... Okay, what I need is get rid of that side, get rid of that side. So I just have two lines. Then split by that. And split that. Like that. So now I've got that. Press pull this guy. Hey, what the heck? I just want that face. It's grabbing that. Oh, you know what? Maybe what I need to do is undo that offset so that I can, because I've got these as 3 different bodies now. Yeah, that's like its own body. So I should be able to press pull that down, press pull that down, and then we make a circle pattern out of this body. Around that axis. Two, 3, 4, 5. So I think 12 is going to be right. And they all line up. There it is. That worked. Then I should be able to combine Or wait, let's not do that yet. Let's do our fillets. To round those out, right? Oh, okay. So I guess I need to grab both of these and go out a little more so that when I fill it, there we go. Now that looks right. So then I can combine this with all those. And then I could just mirror this over to there if I have a mid-plane on this cylinder here. So I need this one, but I need to get rid of these. So I need to go back to edit the feature, get rid of those two. Hit this feature, get rid of that one. There we go. Okay. So now what did I? Uh-oh. There we go. Okay, had to fix that real quick. So I need a mid-plane, so just need to grab that side and that side. That gives me the middle, so I can mirror this across there. And it all looks correct. Cool. So I'm going to combine those three together. Along with this piece. Hey, what the heck, man? Oh, it's like just barely not there. Okay, let's go point to point. Get this sitting right up on that. And then combine. There we go. Yeah, we're getting somewhere. It's looking pretty cool. Okay. Let's yeah, before I get into the grooves and the button and all that, let's get into this here. Let's get myself a center line going. This little part, that's going to be interesting. Probably going to have to like create a shape and then use that to cut it out. And then that looks like it's rounded, and then it's got these V cutouts in it. So we'll go like that, and then we'll just make a quick spline like that. That we can fill it out. Okay. I think that's all the major pieces. Kind of seems like that division needs to be there to be able to split split that up. Or maybe I just need a center line. I don't know, that's kind of hard to see in this blurry picture, because here it looks perfectly straight. Let's see if this gives us any better indication. Not really, because it looks like some kind of groove that follows along the inside there, but that's kind of hard to see on the edges, so it just looks flat there. But it's not really what we're seeing with this shadow and highlight that happens right there. So I probably need, we'll just make another division right between them, just so I can keep that separate. Okay. There we go. Doesn't quite join up the same way, does it? Like it needs to be bigger, or it needs to be oblong to be able to protrude that far out of this. And honestly, that wouldn't be surprising considering some of the other weird angles and stuff we've got in this one. But just for